Hello, everyone. Welcome to July 9th. It is Thursday, and we have Dr. Peter Weinstein joining us today. My name is Kelly Baltzell, and I'm the CEO and owner of Beyond Indigo Pets. I always enjoy having you on, Peter. It's great.
Thank you, Kelly. We have so much fun off the air that we just have to carry it on to the air, or maybe we should just carry on. So
maybe we should, right? And then I was just noticing while waiting for it to go live, your shirt matches my walls, and we didn't even color coordinate that today.
Next time don't change your walls. It's easier for me to change my shirt. But not on the air. Not on the air.
Not on the air. No, there's some Zoom etiquette, right, that we want to go for. But you and I were talking about heat in different ways. One is temperature, because in Minnesota we're absolutely become Bora Bora and the Caribbeans, and us poor Minnesota people are not adjusted to this weather. But also heat in the sense of people and the industry and what's going on in Southern California with the heat and with people and with the whole situation not ending. Tell us what's going
on. Hot times, summer in the city, back of my neck, getting hot and gritty, or whatever the words are to that song. That's where we are right now.
Okay.
We've the temperature here aren't too bad. It's 74 degrees right now at 10 o'clock in the morning. I think the high scheduled for today is 78. So we're not that bad, but what the heat is coming from just the pressure that practices have been dealing with. Today is 112 days in the state of California since the stay-at-home order was put in place. So curbside is still a very integral part of the delivery of veterinary care, and we're doing it in the sun. We've got people sitting in cars, running their AC, and probably plugging their Teslas in someplace. But I think it's the heat of trying to deliver veterinary care without any shrinkage of pressure. It's been an ongoing battle for the last 3 to 4 months of just constantly. There's been no relief. I mean, it's good from a business standpoint, but the teams are really getting fried, and there's a lot of anxiety in trying to keep the disease under control, and trying to keep the staff happy, and trying to bring money in so that we can continue to employ our staff. So the world is hot and bothered, and it's just trying to find a cooling off spot so that we can continue to provide the necessary clinical care with a smile on our face.
And are people starting to figure out cool spots, a little refrigerator zone, ways to find a little bit of relief? You can't have the entire relief, but letting a little bit of the stress out. Is that being thought about or germinated right now in your area?
I know some of the managers are trying to integrate some fun into their day-to-day operations, and I know that there's pop-up tents that they're using that cars will pull in next to. I don't know if you saw the newspaper ad or article that I posted on LinkedIn about a drive-through clinic being built by Marty Greer in I want to say Wisconsin, but don't hold me to it. But she's actually got a model where the cars will drive right up to next to the facility and go right out of the car or into the hospital from that standpoint. So we're trying to create these drive up type filter things. But it's interesting because everybody's still busy, and the cases are more emergency and emergent. So unlike the puppy visits and the kitten visits, which kind of take the edge off and allow you to kind of get the kitten calm and the puppy passivity, we're dealing with sick people.
Maybe that too.
That was Freudian. That was
Freudian. Yeah.
We're dealing with sick pets, and that's an added stressor. So reports that I have is business is good, lots of sick animals. We're not making quite as much money as we like, and everybody is exhausted.
Yeah, that just does not add up for long-term endurance at all.
No. And then if you add some of the other hot and bothered is pet owners. We've got pet owners that it seem to deal with the concept of drop-offs and curbside very well. And we have pet owners like one that reached out to me and said, why are you telling practices not to let us into the hospitals? Well, as an association executive director, I don't tell practices what to do. I
Right.
just tell them what the guidelines are from the CDC, the California Department of Public Health, et cetera, and practices decide how they want to provide care. But pet owners are being extremely demanding, and I think it's just because of all of the stressors that we've got going on. I think it's making it really hard, and it's almost time to say time out, take a deep breath, and let's just kind of close up for a day or two and go to the beach, but with social distancing and masks on and PPE.
Right, or just even stay at home and watch, Netflix, read a book, whatever restores you. It's maybe time to have the discussion of, hey, what restores you? Whatever that is, right? With keeping all the rules and everything, whatever in that space. I mean, maybe making chocolate chip cookies and eating 3 of them and part of the dough, right? Maybe that is a restorative thing. To remind people it's time to take a moment to restore, whatever that is.
Yeah. Sharon and I took a couple of days last week. It was the first time in 107 days. You see how anal I am.
Yeah.
That I hadn't slept in the same bed. Now, you as well as I can be road warriors, and for me to be any place for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a row is a long time. So we just got a hotel room down in San Diego for a couple of days just to disappear, and it was just nice not to, off the record, not to have to get up and walk the dog in the morning.
Don't tell the dog that, but right? Yeah.
And then came back. We came back on Friday and spent 2 hours and 40 minutes watching Hamilton. And that was a good distraction as well. I think people need to take a day or two away from the norm and recharge, recalibrate. And that's both the hospital staff, the doctors, the management, and actually clients need to take a break themselves too.
I do, and I think A+ personalities, it's hard to take a break. We don't do patients well. We don't do sitting well. We don't do any of that well. We do going nonstop well, because that in some way replenishes us, different things to see, different people to talk to. But, part of the thing is, what I've been noticing is people had a kind of like imaginary date in their head. I will make it until June 1st. I will make it until July 1st. And then I can make it to that date. The world will be the world I like and love. And then we'll make it. We'll take a collective deep breath and say, gosh, wasn't that horrible? But now it's done, right? We don't seem to have that date yet, so it's just a variable. It's just in the midst of time in the future that sometime this will change and stop. But you got to remind yourself, if you don't know when it is in the future, you got to take care of yourself today.
Well, we are goal-oriented organisms.
Yep.
And so we set goals, and there's nothing worse than somebody in taking your goal and pushing it further out. You're a sprinter and you're running 100 yards, and all of a sudden it's 120 yards and 140 yards, and you really have no idea what you're getting yourself into. That gets distressing and depressing. Imagine a marathon runner scheduled to run 26 miles, 200 yards. And they move the finish line 100 yards. That's what we're up to right now.
Right.
Changing and moving the finish line.
Yeah. And it's hard. And like you said, we gotta, but out of this, as people hit their wall, they'll also change because they can't maintain what they have, right? How that change materializes, I always say might be two different ways. You know, the river's the river of change. You're going to be riding down the river in a boat. Whether you steer the boat or not, it's up to you, right? If you choose not to take the rudder, you may go over the cliffs or the white rapids. But if you choose to say, yeah, I'm going to have to make a change. I don't have to be always graceful about it, but maybe I get to steer where I get to go on that change. Then it gives you also a sense, a little bit of control too, because you are navigating the waters versus just being a victim of the waters.
Well, and you know how change averse the veterinary profession is, and it's been a huge disruption since mid-March that we've had to live through. And we've surveyed our membership about what they miss about when things get back to normal, what they want.
Okay.
Simple things. They want to be able to hug a client during euthanasia, or shake hands with a client, or to have just to be able to see somebody's face during a conversation. It's interesting. Veterinarians don't ask for a lot, but the things that they ask for are the things that they can't get safely right now. And that only adds to the anxiety that continues to build up and build up and build up. And sometimes you just got to learn how to meditate, bring a masseuse in and get everybody a massage, whatever. Well, let's not, that's again, that 6 foot thing.
Yeah.
So we just got to find ways to decompress and recognize that the clients are going through their own level of stress. You're going through your level of stress. And those challenging clients probably have issues that you aren't aware of. And just to listen and be sensitive to them, do your best to de-escalate the drama. And at the same time, as leaders within our practices, do what you can to mitigate risks and listen to what your team has to say, and take a temperature, and I don't mean a body temperature, but take a temperature of your staff as to where they are and what their needs are. And you know, you may have to close half a day or a day just to give everybody a chance to catch their breath. You can't run your car in the red without burning out the engine.
No, something will give, and it won't be the choice of what gives won't be yours.
Correct.
You know, and it will happen, in your opinion, in your reality, all of a sudden, but it may have been building up for a time. And then what, right? Then it may take you out longer than taking a half-day break or whatnot, you know?
Yeah, if you take care of your people now, they'll be there to take care of you later.
Mm-hmm. And that is so true. That is so true. It's what we did here at Beyond Indigo. Everybody took Friday and Monday off, you know, just to recalibrate, regroup, eat chocolate chip cookies, do whatever you needed to do just to have a moment, you know? So.
Yeah, I would say having the 4th of July on a Saturday kind of sucked.
It really blew like when it was on a Wednesday, that kind of worked, you know?
Yeah, you almost got a 5-day work week, a 5-day time off if you wanted to take it on either side or of the day. But a lot of businesses weren't closed on Friday, so they really just got the Saturday off. So yeah, those holidays just they kind of squirrel things up. So.
Yep, totally. Well, I think you laid out some really, really good points today and some suggestions for people. So thank you. And I hope everybody just finds a moment, even on a day-to-day basis. You know, for me, it's going out and walking in my garden. It takes me 10 minutes, but it helps reset my soul, you know, for those moments. People need to take whatever it is, and it may not be another walk with the dog, you know. So, yep, it's good. So thank you, Peter, and we'll certainly have you on here again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks, Kelly. Always a pleasure to hang with you, and stay safe, stay sane, and in your case, stay cool.
Yeah, we need cool. So thank you.